you. Right. Hello, everybody. One maybe miss my co-host, but that's so we're more fucking responding. So fuck you guys. So today we have three very special guests. We have a Norwegian and an artist and a music producer. You know who they are. This is Penultima. Of course, you know him. I don't know. Pen. What are you known for?
Hanging out in chats, randomly cursing and drinking.
There you go. That's correct.
Like a fucking boss.
Of course, we have Hannibal and Monty. Monty, what are you famous for besides white women and pumpkins?
Just being awesome. I'm Monty. I'm just awesome. We'll just leave it there. That's nice, simple.
Me slap you. All right.
And I'm an artist. I'm drawing awesome shit as we
nice,
speak.
Simple slapping. Oh, hey Reaper, what's up, man? Hannibal, the people already know who you are, but go ahead and get some shit because we have a lot of shit to
y'all? This is Hannibal, the beat animal of Earth's Mightiest Production Trio Team MFN. Shout out to my production partners, Ace, one of the influence, Johnny Facebook famous brand, Johnny my brother, making music forever, and I am one half of the podcast.
Yay! Production problems already.
What happened?
You're good now. You went out for a little bit.
Okay. You know what? I was being too great, and then it fucked it up.
Trying to show us all up.
True.
That's what you get. All right. So okay. So each and every one of you have a movie that we all fucking hate or despise. And, I love Hannibal's idea. We're going from lightest to darkest skin tone. So, Pen, I'm going to go ahead. Fuck it, I'm running with it. So, Pen, I'm going to go ahead and pull up yours, which is, of course, the worst fucking movie of all time, which is, of course, Kirk Cameron's Saving Christmas, in your opinion. Oh, fuck. Oh, shit. Okay, there it is. So, Pen, just so you guys know, here's the theatrical release. The fucking God, dude, the poster's awful in this. Pen, why the hell did you pick this? Well, by the way, hold on. I just want to highlight this part right here. Even Wikipedia says it is considered one of the worst films of all time, and Cameron blamed the atheists for the film's poor reception.
Of course he did.
That's how we roll. Yeah. I had to watch this because I was actively trying to remember.
You're welcome.
Yeah, fuck you too. I managed 4 pages of notes. I see a capitalization of white people hip hop dancing for Christ. So that's a good.
No, it's not.
Yeah, there's a lot of echoing.
Yeah, fuck it. Hannibal, are you muted?
I'm assuming yes.
The echo is bad. I'm muted because I was hearing it, and I'm still hearing it.
Okay, well, I just muted, so I don't know what the fuck's going on. I'm not the normal producer of this movie.
Let's see.
This show.
Nope. I can test it this way because I still hear myself. I have to say, it's better to see somebody else fixing this stuff, and I get to sit back and chill while it gets fixed. That's nice. That's nice. I like it.
Yeah, fuck you. How's that?
Like when you quit your job and you see your coworker still working there.
Yeah. It's like, oh man, that's hard to do.
Oh shit!
I'm gonna go grab
inventory?
a drink.
Been there, buddy.
Where is Zoe when I need her?
Yes.
Okay. Is it fixed now? Let me see. I'm fucking around with some settings.
Let's see. No, I still hear me.
I'm muted. Pen mute.
Monty didn't do anything.
Monty did absolutely fucking everything. So, Monty, did you hear it then?
Test. No, I think we're good. See, and I still end up helping fix the shit.
Okay,
oh, wait, nope. I heard me.
It's me. Fuck. Okay. Ben, you know what? Keep going on about the movie while I fix this shit.
Causing more problems. Yeah, I picked this movie. It's not technically the worst, and you can put it up against Battlefield Earth or whatever. In all, if you just watch it, it's just really fucking boring. But if you start to think about like the intention behind it, that's where you can get angry because it is such a fucking preachy, horrible movie. And it's not even going that much against atheists. It's Christian shit. I'm sorry. Is the echo still bad?
Yeah. It's pretty noticeable.
Yeah, is it drowning me out?
Yeah, it's like you're talking over yourself.
Dumbass. I know what it was. I had to share audio on the fucking screen. Okay, that should be better now. Here, let me fix this.
Yeah, we end up in a situation where we're talking over ourselves.
Yeah.
And like we're talking over, like normally when you get in an argument, you're talking over somebody that's saying some dumbass shit. But it's like, wait, no, I respect that dude that's trying to talk over me. Let me shut up.
Try now. Try now. Is it working now?
Hello. Kirk Cameron is a horrible piece of shit. Hello.
Yeah, I think you're good.
Okay, yeah, that was it. Okay. So, as you guys can see, I highlighted what probably the only thing that needs to be said about this movie on its own Wikipedia page.
No, we just need to get Hannibal back in.
Yeah, no. Hannibal got caught by the Black Mafia. They're killing him now.
They're nice.
To you guys, maybe.
I was about to say, motherfucker, if I walk down on Atlanta Underground, I'm getting my ass shot. All right, so
what are you trying to do down there? Like,
buy jewelry. The fuck you think I'm trying to do down there? Get shot?
Yeah, like you know somebody in Atlanta, just make it happen.
You need to be vouched for, man.
This is why you should not have a white man. I fucked that up. All right. Fuck you guys. All right, Penn, go on about this goddamn movie.
Yeah, as I said, it's more about when you start thinking about the movie and how fucking bastard it is. As I was saying, it's not so much about it arguing against the horrible atheists, even though he blames it for how the movie turned out.
This movie actually made money.
What? Holy shit, it did.
Made money.
Huh. Good for you. No, actually, fuck you, Cameron.
Yeah, fuck you, Kirk Cameron.
Yeah.
By the way, I just want, one more thing I'm going to highlight is notice how Kirk Cameron is the only actor here with a fucking Wikipedia page.
Weird.
And Liberty University helped.
Yeah, I was about to bring that up. This thing is brought to you in part by Liberty University, so you know it's high quality. And it's basically just a movie about bitching about other Christians who are having issues with the other parts of like Christmas trees, the nativity scene, Santa Claus in special. They actually have a clip where they try and justify Santa Claus by making him the first Avenger, which is pretty badass actually. And
I would take that.
Oh, it's hilarious. It even got like a dubstep little part of it. It's great for all the wrong reasons. Let's see here. What are my notes on this? Oh yeah, Kirk Cameron is the perfect man in this movie. He has all the answers, even though in the start he thought his wife actually had brought Santa to sit and have fun with the kids. So I don't know. Maybe he was dropped as a child himself.
You know he was.
Yeah, and it just fails on a lot of just technical aspects. Like 80% of it is him talking to his brother, who's like the negative Nancy about Christmas, in a car doing a reverse shot. That's 80% of this movie.
What's the rest? 20%?
Well, 5% is the token black dude being really jolly about Jesus, and then doing and then doing like a spoken rap with a white dude about the war on Christmas that comes out of nowhere and leads to nothing.
That doesn't really exist anymore.
Well, ask the evangelicals, I guess. And he cuts into like various segments about the argument and just tries to explain it through bullshit. You know that little Christian way they try and like, oh no, if you look at it in this way, it makes perfect sense. So one of the reasons they're explaining why we have Christmas trees is because Jesus died on the cross, which symbolizes him returning the fruit that Adam stole back on the tree. So Christmas trees symbolizes a cross that you would have been put on for your sins, but Jesus fixed that for you. That is their rationalization for the shit.
Typical Christian apologetics.
Oh yeah, but he's just so smug. And the entire movie with basically being about him convincing his negative Nancy brother or brother-in-law, he never says anything else. He brings up like his issue with it, and then Kirk Cameron just says, no, you're wrong. You're the reason for the failure of the season. And that's the entire movie. And it's just so blatant about it. And then at the end of it, he realizes the magic of Christmas, and he celebrates by doing a white hip-hop dance to Jesus.
God, let me see if I can find that fucking video.
Oh, yeah. It's quite magical. There is actually 2 rap segments in this.
Don't mind. What? No. Oh my God! Please tell me Kirk Cameron raps in one of them.
No, sorry.
He doesn't.
Oh, you seen it?
Damn it! They missed the goal.
Oh yeah, we've seen it. Yeah, we've seen it. We've seen it. It's terrible.
Oh yeah. You have some more input you want to put on this movie?
The reason I can't say it's the worst, it's got one of like there's some of the most offensive portrayals of black people in there.
Oh yeah.
But one of them is actually hilarious. The conspiracy theorists, but it's not hilarious in the way they think it is.
Yeah.
Hello. Am I back?
Yes, I fixed it. It was my dumb ass.
There we go. And we are live. Are we live, Monty?
We are live as fuck.
That's what I'm talking about. Welcome to your internet friends podcast. I am Hannibal the Beat Animal.
And I'm Monty. We're already rolling, Hannibal.
Rolling. Okay. All right. I'm sorry. I'm good. I only got 2 things I'm good at: music and doing that intro. So
making Monty erotica.
Hold on, wait a minute. That means you're not good at sex, apparently.
Well, I mean, look, listen. You wear the hats that you wear, all right?
Once upon a time, if you got the performance issues, that's on you. Yeah. That's all right.
Meet the Browns. There we go.
I've got it pulled up, Hannibal. You don't got it.
I had to pull up my notes for how terrible this movie is.
So Hannibal, have you seen Kirk Cameron Saving Christmas?
Oh yeah. It was a part of our Christmas torture episode last year.
I remember that.
And so what are your thoughts? We had to watch that terrible movie, Saving Christmas. We'll see if I can pull up my notes for the movie. Kirk Cameron said that the reason the movie failed was because of those damned atheists.
His Wikipedia page, literally calls it one of the worst movies of all time.
Yeah.
The reason he blames atheists is because it was being murdered on Rotten Tomatoes. So he told all his Facebook friends. Yeah,
0%.
He told all his Facebook friends and on his fan page to go like, oh come on, rate it high for Jesus. And then everybody else saw it as well and thought that was funny. It's like, all right, let's also rate it not for Jesus. And there was a numerical difference.
I can imagine Josh Fierstein really enjoying this movie. For those of you who don't know who Josh Fierstein is, don't look him up. Okay, so
that's the chubby Fred Durst, right?
Yeah.
That talks.
Yeah.
All right.
That's Fred Durst if he got stuck on a diet of Krispy Kreme donuts and Fantas.
The fucking car preacher.
Yeah.
Okay, so I guess we'll go with mine.
All right.
What's your pick for the worst movie you've ever seen in your life?
Nightmare.
That's goddamn awful. It's like, what's going on? Fuck you, Ken. You ruined it. Fucking ruined it.
It's all your fault.
Yeah, Norwegian supremacy. Which is different from white supremacy.
You guys can see here. Oh, fuck you, Ken. So once again, the Wikipedia page
lives matter. I'd be like, yeah, I agree with that.
Thank you.
No, they don't. They don't. Fuck them. Fuck them. Yeah. So like once again, just take a look at this. Take a look at the fucking poster. They literally ripped off multiple different brands without paying them. You've got the that's the fucking tuna. Then you got is that the Twinkies? Is it the Twinkies mascot right there? Mrs. Buttersworth's right here. I can't remember the pelican for the life of me.
What is this movie called?
Food Fight. And the reason why, all right. Yeah, and once again, it came out direct to video. It's considered one of the worst movies of all time. The reason why it's considered one of the worst movies of all time, in my opinion, is I just want you to look at this starting cast right here and tell me how you think that could have been, why this would have gone downhill so bad. Charlie Sheen, Wayne Brady, Hilary Duff, Eva Longoria, Larry Miller, and Christopher Lloyd are all in this fucking movie.
Jesus. Okay, that sounds... Yeah, okay.
Now, here's the thing, though. It was shot in around 2002. Did not come out until 2012. As you can see right here, budget for this movie was anywhere from $45 to $65 million, and they only made $73,000. I personally think that this was just like a front for Charlie Sheen's coke operation. But, that's just me, because look at it. If there's one thing that all these people have in common, they've all had drug issues. But it's not just the money. Why I think this is the worst of all time. All right. I have another reason that's even better. This fucking movie, and I swear to God, this fucking movie. All right, with the budget it should have at least been passable, at best. And the staff and all the cast should have been passable. Not only was it bad for the time, because Toy Story had already come out, so people have been saying, "Oh, the animation wasn't that good." Then go fuck yourself. Toy Story had already came out. Pixar had already made a movie, so that's no excuse. This movie literally follows a detective dog. I shit you not. Pen, you watched this movie live on stream together.
You made me drink.
Well, fuck you. You decided to drink.
I knew I was going into.
This movie is hard to describe. The best thing you can do. It's free on YouTube, by the way. You can go watch it. That's how
I'm watching it. I'm fucking watching this terrible movie.
I do not want to get a text message from you at like 3 a.m. telling me to go fuck myself because you watched it.
No, okay. Okay. Well, now that you've warned me, I won't. I will resist the urge to not do it.
Let me read the blurb for this thing. The movie tells the story of a serial brand mascot, Dex, dog detective, who, along with his best friend Daredevil Dan, bands together to a group of Ikes in Market Metropolis to fight against the forces of the evil Brand X, who threaten to take over the entire supermarket.
One of the funniest things is there's literally the California Raisins are fucking singing in this movie. Keep in mind, they got sued the fuck out of also because they just used all these brands' images without paying them. So everybody's like, "Oh fuck no!"
Yeah, Mr. Clean's a frontline soldier in this.
Yeah, he is. It's fucking hilarious. But let's see, Pen. You had the Twinkies, you had Mrs. Buttersworth, the California Raisins, the fucking tuna thing. The dessert, I can't remember. But even with a cast this good, because this is a decent cast. There's no way this movie should have been the absolute fucking dumpster fire that it ended up being.
Yeah, all the reviews on this are awful.
Oh no, it's not one of those movies that's so bad it's good. This movie is so bad that you'll probably want to punch your television if you watch it.
So bad it gives you an ulcer.
Yeah, like literally.
Nathan Rabin of the AV Club wrote in 2013, "It is the grotesque ugliness of the animation alone would be a deal breaker, even if the film weren't also glaringly inappropriate in its sexuality, nightmare-inducing in its animation, and filled with Nazi overtones and iconography, even more egregiously unfit for children than."
I was going to skip over that. Yeah, like the main villain of this movie, they do basically like an old style Nazi march on the city pin, if you remember towards the end of it when they're about to fight. This movie is, and this was supposed to be a fucking kids movie. Keep that in mind.
The corporate Wehrmacht is in this.
I'm downloading it now. I'm about to get this.
No. This was supposed to be a kids movie. All right.
Like the animation's so bad, like it makes Blue 65, like I know Eiffel 65's Blue music video look like a fucking Pixar movie. It
does. It does. Yeah, but not only that, I mean, it took 10 years for this movie to get released. Like I said, I honestly think it was just a front for Charlie Sheen's Coke operation. Because how the fuck are you going to have it? We'll be conservative here and say a $55 million budget, and then it goes direct to video. And now it's free on YouTube.
I can't wait to see. So look, I should have chose 3 Dev Adam then as my movie instead of Meet the Brown.
No Turkish Spider-Man.
Oh, come on.
Yeah, this shit is
okay.
This is pretty terrible. This is pretty terrible. Also, check me out. Video in this bitch. All right, Monty, why aren't you in video?
Because I'm on my phone.
So excuses.
Oh yeah, that's true. You can't
get what your answer was.
Actually, no, you can't.
Yeah,
I'm coming through on my phone. You know what? No, I'm coming through on my phone. I don't have my green screen. And
your green screen.
I mean, look, I don't have my green screen, but I'm doing it anyway, Monty.
you just naturally have that fire behind you.
So first off, I be making hot ass beats in here. You know this already, all right? Y'all see how my dad be trying to play me on the slip?
I'm sure it's just not like the end result of Taco Bell behind you.
Yes. There you go.
Right.
There you go.
I mean, he's always got one thing on you.
I have been eating a bunch of vegetarian chili. So
and there is the ginger himself,
butternut squash.
Ginger himself.
Yeah, I mean, it's ginger, definitely.
So part ginger. My hair's black.
Okay, so who's going next? Since we're going lightest to darkest. I'm just gonna let you guys answer that.
That's a good question. Which one of us is darker? Am I darker or are you darker?
I don't know.
Tish, I see Tish in the chat. Tish, can you answer that for me?
Yeah, you know what? Yeah, Tish will be the final say so in this. Who's darker? Me or Monty?
Also, where are they on the Fitzpatrick scale?
Oh, there we go.
I've met them both, and honestly, I think Monty's darker, but not by much.
See, there you go.
Hannibal's taller.
There you go. Take it, Hannibal.
All
right, so allow me to get
put on his face and do his hair this morning. So first off, yes, I did. Tish be hating on me. I don't know why Tish be hating on me. Okay, listen. If you knew how much white puss that I was fucking batting out the way for you. Okay, like when I see them in the chat, these ladies be like, when these ladies send titty pictures and vagina pictures to Hannibal and Monty shit show, I say, hey. Monty's page is at Stikkman. Okay, take that foolishness away from us.
Or you can just send it to me and Penn.
Do his hair.
Yeah, I mean,
that's
y'all want to be.
How do you do your hair? You got dreads. Like pull it back. Come on, man.
Yeah, listen, we can do that.
All right, so I'll go ahead and do the Meet the Browns on that note. For fuck's sakes. All right.
Fine. All right, let's talk about Meet the Browns. So. A couple episodes, like last.
This does not have
April, I think it was. Last April or May, Monty and I. No, it was last April. Last February. Monty and I on Hannibal and Monty Shit Show. We every month, so we do torture episodes where we will torture ourselves intellectually for the entertainment of our fans. Some of our more famous torture episodes, like one of them we did, we reviewed all of Michael Bay's Transformer films. And they were all just awful. 1 month we listened to all of Nickelback's albums, which was, just awful. We did one where we listened to the entire discography of the Insane Clown Posse. We've also done episodes about Shaney for Christ and G-Man and a couple other people. But like one of the more famous or rather infamous torture episodes we did was last February 2019. Monty and I decided to watch all 23 Tyler Perry films. We watched. So we had went from watching Monty. Before we did that torture episode, how many Tyler Perry movies had you seen in your life?
Zero.
I don't believe
zero.
That.
Okay.
I don't believe that.
So Monty saw zero, and I had seen one. I saw a Diary of a Mad Black Woman, and I could have just as easily.
I hate to be that guy, Hannibal, I hate to be that guy, but I'm pretty convinced that almost every black person has seen at least one Tyler Perry movie, if not on purpose, accidentally.
No.
But you don't understand the lengths that Monty will go to avoid.
That's true. Fight Club.
Yeah. If I'm not watching something, I'm not watching it.
Yeah, and you can't make him watch it. Like you can't,
Yeah, my time, my eyes. Deal with it.
But I'd actually watch more Nadia movies than Monty.
Yes.
And Tish is like, Hannibal, what does your shirt say? Not at all, not at all, not all, but most. No, that's not what. So she tried to make a Jesse Lee Peterson joke. All right, and I'm not giving you plenty of points for it because we're not even on that show. My shirt says, surely not everybody was kung fu.
They can't see your shirt. Now they can.
Okay, there we go. It says, surely not everybody was kung fu fighting, right? Because he looked like, look, in this day and age, we have to fact check everything. All right.
Might be one dude doing judo. Who knows?
Yeah, exactly. It was just
I just want to point something out. This movie was actually the most profitable out of all of them. It had a $20 million budget and it made $42 million.
Shit.
Yeah, it doesn't have a bad cast.
Yeah, it definitely made way too much money. And the movie is, look, if you've never seen a Tyler Perry movie before, all right, first off, they're all bad. Let's start there. All of them are bad. It's just we're negotiating with what levels of awful you're willing to tolerate in order to enjoy the movie. Meet the Browns is a movie about Angela Bassett. She plays a single black mother in Southside Chicago, and she's got 3 kids, 3 different baby daddies, and she's like Chicago's starting to get real dangerous. Her son is trying to focus on basketball. She wants him to focus on school. She met this tall, light-skinned man that wants to rescue her. At the same time that her family down in Georgia it's like, hey, so your father, who you've never met, is leaving you some stuff. So why don't you come get the stuff that he left for you? So her and her entire family get on a bus, go to Atlanta. They meet their family, the Browns, and shenanigans ensue. Right, and that's the core of the movie. It's just like it's single black woman who's poor and is struggling, and she's like, I need some help. Lord Jesus, please help me find a way to. Matter of fact, I might actually be quoting dialogue from the film at this point, all right? Because when we did this, I made it. So just so you guys, on IMDb gave this movie a 4.2, which is bad. It's 30% rotten on Rotten Tomatoes, 45% on Metacritic. This is not a good movie. I think Monty and I both gave this movie an F-. They referenced Jesus or God 18 times in the fucking film.
Well, it is a Tyler Perry movie.
Yeah, it's just it's terrible. Like the movie just like right out the gate is just it starts off like the movie opens with like I think Angela Bassett had a job in the beginning of the movie, and then it opens with her going to work. And then,
have you seen the sitcom that this inspired?
No. I haven't watched any Tyler Perry TV show at all.
Yeah, so he had a sitcom called Meet the Browns.
Mm-hmm.
It's just as bad.
Yeah, it's just
shocking.
Although I will say this movie is bad. It's probably the best movie out of the ones you're going to see tonight.
Look, listen. If this is the best movie on your list, then then this whole list is fucked up. This movie.
It is the worst movies of all time.
Yeah, this movie is terrible. There's a scene in the movie where there's a daycare worker that tells Angela Bassett that she won't continue watching Angela Bassett's daughter so Angela Bassett loses her job, right? And then she's got a social worker, a daycare worker that's like, hey, I'm not gonna keep watching your kids because you can't pay me. So Angela Bassett, and then she tells Angela Bassett that you need to come get your daughter. So Angela Bassett proceeds to go get the daughter. Then she yells at Angela Bassett to not get the daughter right then because the daughter was sleeping. She's like, hey, you can't afford to pay me. Come get your bitch, right? Angela Bassett goes to get her daughter, and then the social worker bitch is like, hey, don't wake her up now. She's asleep. You just made me leave the job that I got fucking fired from to come get my daughter, and then you're going to tell me don't do it now because she's asleep. And then...
And that sounds like the Trump supporters right now.
And then she turns around and gives Angela Bassett that's the problem with you young people speech. Like, what? How is that applicable to this situation? Okay.
Hold on, wait a minute. Just Angela Bassett is literally 62 years old. Yes. Just make that clear.
Yeah.
She doesn't look it.
Oh, yeah. So I can go ahead and say that right now. The two best things about this movie is looking at Angela Bassett and looking at her best friend, Sofia Vergara, in this movie. Those are the two best things. Like, first off, Angela Bassett is like a witch or fucking a druid or something. I don't know, whatever it is. She's drinking she must be drinking or sucking the life force out of young people because I don't know how the fuck she's 62. Okay. Where is she 62 at? Show me.
Pussy.
That motherfucker looks incredible. Okay, I don't know what the fuck she's doing, but keep doing. Is it coconut oil? Is it fucking sage? Is it cocoa butter? What are you doing, Angela Bassett, to stay looking so goddamn young? I don't know.
She lives in Atlanta.
Somewhere in an attic. There's a picture of her that keeps getting older.
Is that what it is?
Yes.
Oh, she's
yeah.
What's his name? His what's the fucking guy?
Dorian Gray.
Thank you, Dorian Gray. Thank you, Monty. I didn't know you were there because I can't see you, so I just assumed that you're not there.
Really? Is this what we're doing?
No, I was just talking about.
I'm eating right now.
Yeah, I was talking about how bad this movie is. I was just saying I didn't even know you were there. So you were pulling the Shabisky. You were very quiet. I didn't even know you were there. To be honest,
just gonna join the peer
you
pressure.
Were talking about the movie. I was trying not to interrupt.
Okay,
Monty, Monty, have you seen it?
Yes, I've seen all of these.
Yeah,
this movie's dog shit. This movie's hot dog shit. Run through a blender, dehydrated, fed to a dog again, and then reshat out.
I'm eating, Monty. I'm trying to eat.
Well, you were the one that wanted to talk about bad movies, so why are you eating?
Sounds like a nightmare problem,
Good
man.
point.
Yeah. You knew what you were getting into.
No. Yeah,
I have to
for that New Orleans.
The level of shit.
Hurricane.
Look, there's a scene in this movie. Yeah.
Well, the moment's gone now. The moment's gone.
Look, there's a scene in this movie where Angela Bassett meets one of her baby's father, and he is cartoonishly evil, right? Like she pulls up to him, he's working, and then all he does is talk about how much money he's making. He's like, yeah, I just got a raise, so now I'm making all this extra money, and I got all this money for this, and I got all this money for that. Look how much money I have. I am rich, I am dark-skinned, and I am doing well in my life. And he was like, hey, so our lights just cut off, and, I take care of our son together. Maybe you can help me out. He's like, man, I ain't got it like that. Like, what? Like, we literally just spent a whole, like, they made him cartoonishly evil in this fucking movie.
Yep.
And I know, and the people that defend these movies be like, oh, well, maybe that's like there are people that go through those situations, and yeah, these people definitely do exist.
Yeah, but to be fair, he might have bought a shit ton of weed.
Yeah,
we don't know.
It is cartoonishly bad. Okay, like this movie is just like, it's just like when they meet the Browns, they're like the super typical dumb Southerners. Like, they're over the top and cartoonish. They refer to like when Angela Bassett tells her family that she's from Chicago, the family in Georgia, right? It's like, you from Chicago? That's the city with the big buildings, right? They couldn't pronounce. They struggled to pronounce Sears. Okay. They were trying to pronounce the Sears Tower, and Sears it's a one syllable fucking word. Okay.
Let me guess.
As a local foreigner, I would say, yeah, Sears is pretty easy to fucking say.
Yeah, like it's one syllable. It's just like one of the character calls her father Mr. Brown. Like, I don't understand that shit. It's just like that's not a thing that people do in the South. It's like, I'm not calling my father Mr. Metcalf. I call him Monty, like everybody else.
Yeah. Monty,
Jennifer Lewis is in the movie. Jennifer Lewis doesn't know that her brother's daughter, she doesn't know who her brother's daughter is. She doesn't know that Medea is the mama. Like, these niggas just don't know. And Jennifer Lewis plays a different character in all these shits. So the character she plays in this movie is different than the character she plays in Medea's Family Reunion. Right, because in the last movie she was in she was a wedding planner in that, but then in this movie she's somebody's relative. But all these movies take place in the same fucking universe, right?
You just gave me an idea. She dies and gets reincarnated during every. She dies after every movie, and then she gets reincarnated.
Yes,
right
there we go.
The next
Medea universe is Kenny from South Park.
Exactly.
Yes.
Nobody forgets who she is.
It's so bad. Like, one of the worst things that happens in this movie is the love interest in all of Tyler Perry's movies is some beautiful light-skinned man that comes in to rescue the dark-skinned woman from all her problems, right? This is like something that he specifically puts in all his movies. Like, he programs it into all his films. And in this movie, when they were in Chicago, Angela Bassett's oldest son plays high school basketball, and Rick Fox is like a basketball recruiter. He's like, hey, man, excuse me, ma'am, I think your son has a lot of talent, and I can make some calls, and we might be able to get him recruited to a good college where he can get a good education, this, and that. And Angela Bassett's like, no, you're tall and light-skinned. I don't need no man to save me, okay? I love living in the projects, eating ramen noodles in the dark because we ain't got no fucking lights on, right? So then she moves to Georgia, and then when she gets to Georgia,
quit dissing drag now.
Hold up, wait, hold on, wait. I'm on a good one now. So look, when the family moves to fucking Georgia, right? Like, so she moves to Georgia, she moves in with her relatives that she's meeting for the first time. Guess who her next door neighbor is? Fucking Rick Fox, the same nigga that was in Chicago trying to recruit her son. What?
Yep.
What are we doing? What are we doing here? All right, this nigga Rick Fox lives in the same small Georgia town that Angela Bassett and her family just happened to be in. No. And I've literally had this conversation with black people that have tried to justify this shit to me. Said, oh, well, maybe he this and maybe black and blah blah. I said, okay, well, here's another possibility for this situation. What if bad writing? Huh?
I mean, that's always a possibility.
What if the reason this happened is because it's a bad fucking movie? It's written.
What are you talking about, Hannibal? You're lying now. Come on, bad writing.
I've got to chastise somebody. You finally decide to fucking show up 30 minutes late?
I fell asleep. Leave me alone.
Bullshit. Okay, Hannibal, go ahead.
Look,
Hannibal, go ahead.
Then it's like, there's a scene in the movie where Rick Fox, like after the funeral, Rick Fox comes by the house and he's like, hey, I just want to pay my condolences. And then Mr. Brown says, you don't got to pay for nothing. Daddy left us $25 on his insurance policy. Why does he think $25 is a lot of insurance money? Okay? Like, he knows how insurance works, right? And how come he's never heard of the phrase pay? Like, when he said, I want to pay my condolences, he was like, oh, you don't got to pay nothing. We got the money in the insurance policy. You've never heard the phrase, I'd like to pay my condolences? Like, and this is the shit about Tyler Perry that infuriates me, is that he appeals to the lowest common denominator. And 90% of the time, his movies are the representation of black people all over the fucking world. Okay?
To be fair, he's a billionaire.
Movies think this is what black people is. This shit is not true to form. Okay, we do not have a Medea in our families. Monty, do you have a Medea in your family? Do you have a grandmother?
Nope, not at all.
Fuck
not
no,
at
man.
all.
Come on, man. My grandmother got 2 degrees. Okay, my grandmother had 2 master's degrees. She wasn't running around with no goddamn pistol. Fuck out of here with that bullshit. All right, like this movie is bad on top of bad on top of bad on top of bad. This is such a and at the end of the movie, the evil baby daddy comes back. For like, he was like, hey, I'll pay your rent. If you give me some pussy, right? The son walks in and overhears his mom and dad talking, and he hears his father wanting her to have an abortion. He's like, you know what? It's like she's like, hey, I know you having some rent problems. I'm having some pussy problems. So how about you give me some pussy? I'll pay your rent. And she's like, no, I'm not that type of woman. I don't do that no more. Strong, independent, needing man's help. Right. So he's like, well, fuck you, you dumb rat bitch. I should have had an abortion, got rid of that little nigga when I had the chance. And then her son is in the other room and he hears that shit. He's angry, tries to defend his mom, having to deal with this delinquent father, and says he will find a way to get the household some money. Then this scene in and of itself is just awful, right? Because they had an opportunity there to make this movie be something special and something unique. And instead, what do? They decide to just take a scene right from Boys in the Hood, have this nigga sell some drugs and get shot in the fucking alleyway.
Yep.
Just perpetuating all the negative stereotypes about black people. And that's what Tyler Perry does.
You might want to bitch about Tyler Perry, but he's a fucking billionaire, so he's clearly doing something right.
Yeah. He did. He's found a way to monetize black pain. That's exactly like he represents the worst parts of our culture, and he sells it back to him. It's like he's like,
money doesn't make it right.
Let me take your mom's ovarian cancer, right? And then, I know that was real painful and traumatic because she had a real bad diet her whole life. Now I'm going to take that and put it in a movie and then have Madea be like, oh, Lord of mercy. And then people going to give him a bunch of money. Like, just because he's rich doesn't mean that he's good at what he does.
Oh, no, I'm not saying he is. I'm just
I know. I'm sorry. That wasn't directed at you. This is because I have the Tyler Perry argument all the time. Like black people, like I won't even I won't even date a girl if she loves Tyler Perry movies.
I mean, I've been called racist for saying I don't like Tyler Perry movies.
So you're racist for having good taste in film and cinema? How dare
Apparently.
you? I didn't know taste was racist. Fuck out of here with that shit.
Constellation. I think I'm like one of 10 people in Norway that knows about Madea and Tyler Perry. So it hasn't reached us yet. So it's not affecting.
Look, so if you're trying to make me want to come to Norway more, like Monty already wants to go there, but now we both have a reason to.
I think like 8 of the other people are like expats from America. So
good. Like a land with Tyler Perry.
There's one person.
There's one other Norwegian that knows it. Probably my old roommate.
Yes. And for anybody watching the chat, if you didn't catch it by now, I'm not a fan. I'm not. I actually watched an interview. My roommate Ashley, the one that y'all seen roasting Von Helton and G-Man earlier this week. She showed me this interview between the guy who created the TV show Blackish on ABC and Tyler Perry. And Tyler Perry is basically saying in the interview, he's like the guy from Blackish is like, man, I spend so much time looking at the critics and looking at the comment section and shit like that because I want to make sure that what I do is good and this is that. And I literally find I stress myself out and I drive myself up a wall looking at what people have to say about my shit. And Tyler Perry's like, man, don't worry about that shit. I don't give a damn about IMDb. I don't give a damn about Metacritic. I don't give a damn about Rotten Tomatoes. All these, because they don't never get it. And he tried to make it seem like the reason they didn't get it is because they don't understand the black experience. Fuck you, motherfucker. Like, that does not represent the black experience. That represents a fraction of what our reality is, but it is just a fraction. Like, if you let him tell it, that's all of our reality, and that's not fucking true. There are no positive black relationships in any of his movies, not his main characters or his side characters. All these motherfuckers it's always this motherfucker on drugs, this motherfucker is stealing, this motherfucker just got out of jail, this motherfucker going in jail. Like, this shit's ridiculous. It's fucking. He be having lawyers and doctors in these motherfuckers.
You're forgetting Medea's brother, who just literally smokes when he's on oxygen.
Yeah, like this shit is so wildly over the top and awful, and it's just like this guy controls and operates and owns the biggest independent film studio in the world. Okay, not outside in Atlanta, not in Georgia, not in the South, but in the world. There's no independent film studio bigger than time. I think they shot Coming to America 2 there. They shot large chunks of Black Panther there. They shot they're shooting so much shit at this dude's fucking studio. It's ridiculous. So we as black people, it's It's like you're going towards the airport. It's between College Park and Hapeville.
Okay, yeah.
Matter of fact, it used to be an army base over there. Fort not Fort Collins, Fort I can't think of what it is. It used to be like an army base over there. Now it's Tyler Perry Studios. Yeah, the shit's trash. It's just like, look, I could literally just go on and on about why this movie is absolutely terrible. But just look, it's terrible. And of all the Tyler Perry
Hannibal
movies,
can go find Tyler Perry.
Yeah, this one might be the worst of the. Or this was one of the ones where it's like the best thing about this movie is if you're a heterosexual male, you get to look at Angela Bassett and Sofia Vergara and be like, damn, them bitches fine. If you are not a heterosexual male, if you are a woman or a gay guy, then you can look at Angela Bassett and be like, okay, girl, I see what you're doing. You know what I'm saying? I see you over there looking cute with your insert whatever phrase. That's it. But as a movie, there's nothing redeemable about this at all. It's terrible.
So Hannibal
film. And
Hannibal, if Tyler Perry got into your car as a passenger, would you beat the shit out of him?
No, I just would I do everything in my power. Like when I talk to Tyler Perry fans, I do everything in my power to just be like to restrain myself from just
no. If Tyler Perry himself called an Uber and you were the particular Uber, what would you do?
Oh, driving for the Mexico border and never stop.
I don't know, man. I don't. First off, I'm positive that Tyler Perry is not taking no regular Uber.
I know.
But in this hypothetical, I don't know what I would do. I don't know what I would do.
Would I have to come get you out of prison?
I would probably ask him. I would probably just ask him flatly, what it would take for him to support more independent filmmakers that make quality black film and cinema. Like, what would it take for him to I think I would try to go at it from the path of like, look, you make a lot of money doing what you do. That's the nicest way for me to say it. What would it take for you to use your resources and reach and then give your audience a different caliber of film? Like, what would that take? Like, what would it take for Tyler Perry to take like a movie like Beasts of the Southern Wild or The Great Debaters or Ballast or Finding Forrester, like a movie like that, Antoine Fisher? What would it take for Tyler Perry to produce that film? That's the question I would ask him. But I feel like I know the answer. Tyler Perry doesn't make money doing that shit. He makes his money when he does the super over-the-top coonish shit. And that's it.
Yeah, you need to convince him that it will be a return of investment. That's basically it.
Yeah.
And that's going to be the challenge.
Peele? Is it Key or Peele who does the really good, like the more serious? Yeah. Is it
Peele? Jordan Peele.
Yeah, Jordan Peele. That's what Tyler Perry really should be more like, as much as I hate to say it.
Yeah,
because he makes these movies.
No, I wouldn't go as far as to say what Tyler Perry should be. Just somebody should be the anti-Tyler Perry, because he can be whoever he is. But
and I had this conversation. I was talking with one of my roommates. I was talking with one of my roommates the other day about this, and this will be the last thing I say on Tyler Perry, so we can get off of this shit, so I can calm the fuck down. In the last movie, Medea's Big Family Funeral, which is just a big fucking hot mess of just awfulness. At the end of that movie, basically the precursor for that film is there's a family reunion taking place, and a family reunion is supposed to be taking place, and then the reunion turns into a funeral because the patriarch of the family dies. But they find out like he ends up cheating on his wife in a hotel, and he's cheating on his wife in the same hotel that his son is also cheating on his wife, right? So the dad is cheating on his wife
with his brother's girlfriend, correct?
Yeah, in one room, and then the youngest son is cheating on his girl in a different room, right? So at the end of the movie, the the movie ends with like the whole family is just arguing about what should happen, why it should happen, how dare you cheat, this, and that, and everybody's arguing and yelling. So then the mom, who had been getting cheated on from the newly dead husband, basically was like, yeah, I knew he was cheating on me the whole time, but I stayed with him because I'm a good Christian woman, and a good Christian woman is supposed to stick by her man no matter what. And I did what I had to do to keep our family together. And all these black women in the theater got up and start clapping. That's right, girl. You tell them, girl. You stay in that relationship, girl, because that's what God wants you to do, girl. Right? So then the younger wife, the one, her son is cheating on his wife. So his wife is sitting there like, damn, well, maybe I should stay in my relationship with him too, because that's the good Christian thing to do. To which Medea responds, you are young and fine and got a fat ass. You don't need to tolerate that shit at all, girl. And then all the same women got up in the theater. I was like, that's right, girl. You shouldn't tolerate that shit from no man. And that right there, that scene in that movie illustrates all the issues I have with Tyler Perry in just as a filmmaker, because he literally panders to the lowest common denominator. So it's like, hey, I'm gonna tell this group of women over here what they want to hear, and then I'm gonna tell these other women over here what they want to hear. And nobody at any point stood up and was like, man, that's hypocritical. That doesn't make any sense. That's some old bullshit. Like, Monty, you saw it. Did they celebrate it when you saw this shit in the movie too?
No, I was in a small theater. A super small theater when I saw it.
Okay. Oh, so I'm the only one that captured reactions of people just like hollering and screaming and shit like that.
Yeah.
I mean, if you tried to speak up about it, you'd probably be killed in the theater.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, for sure. I went and saw Godzilla, and there was this old couple. It was actually one of me and Shayla's first dates. We went to go see Godzilla, and there was a scene. So there was this old couple that was sitting like a couple rows ahead of us, an old black couple that was there. And the old woman apparently didn't know what the fuck was going on. So every time a scene would happen, she would ask her husband what had just happened in the scene. And then he would explain to her in full voice, in full volume, what had just happened.
Godzilla just killed this thing.
Yeah, like that's literally exactly what happened. He'd be like, Godzilla would destroy some shit, and she'd be like, what just happened? And he'd be like, so Godzilla just destroyed this, and that. And I was like, hey man, I came to watch Godzilla tear shit up, not listen to you narrate the movie to your dumbass wife. Shut the fuck up. Like, bro, like this is not why I'm here. And he got mad at me, and I was like, bro, we can go outside, I can beat your old ass. All right, or you can just shut the fuck up so we can enjoy this movie. Right. I remember thinking to myself, this was like our second date at this point, and I was just thinking to myself, I was like, man, I probably ruined everything. But I think it made her like me more, because she was like, this nigga, wow, I love it.
Didn't you shit your pants on your first date with her?
This is true, and awesome of you to bring that up right now. But yes,
I know, right?
Godzilla's scary, man.
Yeah. That was the first date. Was we went to a bar and had to pass gas, and it was more than gas. And I just went to the bathroom and just threw away my drawers. Yeah. Also, I learned how to clean my ass using just that foam soap and a fucking in the air dryer.
All right.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ. All right.
You're blowing hot air up your own ass. Good.
On that note, Monty, I guess we'll get to your movie.
Yes. All right. Mine is super simple. I've been on it since the beginning. Like, no hesitation on the worst movie ever made is Catwoman. Halle Berry's Catwoman. That movie on our comic book movie list has nothing but F's. It is the lowest movie on the list.
Yes.
Once again, the Wikipedia page is considered one of the worst movies of all time.
Mm-hmm.
Yes,
starting to see a theme.
It is absolute dog shit. Worse, like, and I'll add to what I said about Meeting the Browns. This is dog shit. That a dog shat out. It was dried, reformed. The dog re-ate the shit, re-shat the shit out. That was then dried and fed to a horse, which then shat it out, and that shit was Catwoman.
Yeah.
So that's
Catwoman lost 17.9 $9 million at the box office.
Well, it didn't lose enough.
Yeah, it didn't lose enough. It is one. Even when you take away what you know of Catwoman the comic, this movie is still terrible, and it's worse if you go into it as a comic fan because it's unrecognizable as Catwoman. But taking that out, the movie's just bad. Everything about it's bad. Nothing makes a goddamn bit of sense. From scene to scene, nothing makes sense. It's all about makeup. It's a movie about makeup with a superhero, or not even a superhero, a woman in a cat suit.
Here's something that's
making
gonna
cat noises.
It was the highest-grossing female-led superhero film until Wonder Woman.
Yeah. Oh, it doesn't piss me off. It is what it is. It was also, or no, I won't say one of the few ones. The good ones got no recognition. Like, nobody saw them. There's some great female-led comic book movies that came out before this and after.
Well, no, all right. So before this, it wasn't at like a lot of like you had some of your more obscure heroes like Red Sonja, which I know didn't do like super duper well. Josie and the Pussycats, which didn't do well.
Sharon Stone was in this movie.
Mm-hmm. She's the villain.
Yeah. She's the villain who's got the killer makeup. She's got the makeup that gives you superpowers.
Yep. Yep.
Comfort Doll says she was better in Gothica. Yeah, she was. And look, I've had this argument. I've been wondering this for years. Is Halle Berry a good actress? Because she's been in a lot of crap, and I don't know if I've ever seen her be good in anything. I've seen her.
I think that her looks get her by.
Yeah, her looks she's definitely been passable, but I don't know if Halle Berry is a good actress or not. I don't know if
actress. That's about it.
I'm pulling up some of her movies right now. I'm just going through them. I'm just like, is she a good? Because she wasn't good. I mean, I haven't seen her in John.
Didn't she win an Oscar in what was it, Monsters Ball or whatever?
Yeah, she did win an Oscar because everybody got to see her naked and getting fucked and dragged out.
she didn't win that in what was it, Swordfish?
No, she didn't get fucked in Swordfish. She just was topless.
True.
Why does this shit say height? Like I googled Halle Berry. I'm sorry, let me rephrase that. I binged Halle Berry, and yes, I have to say it with as much disdain as possible. And it says, born August 14, 1966, height 5'5", same as Marilyn Monroe. Who put that in there? Why is that there? Who does that? Like if I Google Monty, is it gonna say Monty is this height, same as this person? Like, no. Why did they put that there? Why is that there? Why is that necessary?
Just so you know.
That explains a lot. Yeah,
because
that explains a lot. Actually, she won a lot of Miss USA like mini pageants.
Mm-hmm.
Apparently, I mean, well, was she any good in the John Wick 3 film? I didn't see that one.
Yeah, I haven't seen that one yet, so I don't know.
Yeah.
She was good in. I guess you could say she was good in X-Men: Days of Future Past, but she didn't actually speak.
Yeah, she didn't do.
She didn't do
much
shit.
of anything.
Is she good in Cloud? I mean, I've seen Cloud Atlas. Did anybody see Cloud Atlas and was like, yeah, she was good in this?
I don't even remember that she was in it.
I thought she was okay.
Okay. Comfort Doll says Halle Berry is a good actress who works with bad directors who make bad movies. And I'm like,
she wasn't Baps.
Yeah.
Well, then that's her own fault, isn't it? That's kind of her own fault.
She signed a contract.
Yes. I'm looking at this list and I'm like, she wasn't good in Jungle Fever. She wasn't good in Strictly Business. I don't remember her in The Last Boy Scout. I know lots of black people that love Boomerang, and they be like, it's like Boomerang is like one of the great black romantic movies of all time. Black people love that movie, and I don't understand it. It's not a great movie. It's not a bad movie, but it's not a great movie. She might have been good in Losing Isaiah.
She was in movie 43. A strong contender for shittiest movie ever.
Carnivorous Ape is a good point here. Let's be real. At least she was better of the two storms at least. Wait, what?
Well, she was better. But you know what? I would challenge you to that, Carnivorous Ape, because we didn't see enough of the other storm to really have a metric, but we did see a whole lot of Halle Berry as Storm in all the other X-Men movies. So we don't know.
It's just in Halle Berry is now playing Storm in the MCU.
Was she the better of the Storms? I don't know. I'm not willing to sign off on that one. I can't all the way sign off on. And I want to, but I can't say that.
Yeah, we need.
I mean, of all the X-Men movies she's been in, I never remember her character standing out. Like, she was there, like, all right, she can do thunder, cool. Yeah. But like, I don't remember like, ooh, Halle Berry, man, she stood out. And
then can we talk about how like in
Hugh Jackman? Yeah, Hugh Jackman, we stood out.
Great segue, by the way.
And yeah, she was in movie 43.
Wasn't Halle Berry in movie 43, that like shit film that was just a series of sketches or something?
I considered putting that as my pick for today. Holy shit, it is bad. But you do see Hugh Jackman having testicles on his neck, so.
Okay. What? And why?
Well, my current theory on why this movie was produced or how it was is that every actor in here is being blackmailed to do these skits. Because it's all just horrendous skits. Well, there's one actress. She was pretty young and got known. Chloe Moretz, I think it was. Her entire skit is her getting a period on her first period on a date or some shit like that. It's horrendous, and it's just.
I'm just imagining the old Pepperidge Farm joke from Family Guy. It's like, hey, Hugh, do you remember whenever you cheated on your wife?
Pepperidge Farm remembers.
Pepperidge Farm remembers. And he's like, God damn it. That movie actually made money. What the fuck? It made 25.6 million.
Yeah, no, it was Hugh Jackman who has testicles on his face. Under his chin. He's a bald chinian, if you want to be South Park about it.
All right. All right.
I cannot remember why. No, below. It's like,
Gerard
chin.
Butler was in that movie.
Oh, yeah.
No, but Gerard Butler was in that movie. Emma Stone. How the hell is this a bad movie? Jason Sudeikis.
James Gunn. Bob Odenkirk.
You can have a bunch of great actors and actresses in a movie and the movie still be terrible. Just look at Tyler Perry's The Family That Prays. You know what I'm saying? Fuck, you got fucking Alfre Woodard and Kathy Bates. They had like multiple Academy Award winners and Academy Award nominees in that shit. Taraji Henson is in the movie. It's just a terrible fucking movie.
Jack and Jill had Al Pacino in it.
Oh god!
Is that on somebody's list? Jack and Jill?
Oh yeah.
No.
I mean, just because you have high talent, just because you have high talent by themselves put together doesn't make it good. You see the same thing with like music, like the super groups. How many of them have actually like beaten out their original fame from like their original band or their original music? It's damn near never happened.
Justin Timberlake went on to beat out NSYNC.
Like the Highwaymen, they had one song people remember.
Yeah,
but Justin Timberlake, NSYNC, wasn't he like that was what made him like super famous?
Oh yeah, of course. And the same thing.
But like afterwards, he went solo, so that wouldn't be a super group.
Well, wait, what about Eminem and D12?
Well,
Eminem was already.
I know
D12 did good,
D12, but still.
But D12 did good because Eminem was there. Like if you take Eminem out of D12,
the group came after.
Yeah, and D12 never surpassed Eminem.
The group still,
at least in popularity,
the group existed beforehand, but they just weren't making any movie. Just like Bad Meets Evil existed beforehand, they just didn't make a fucking album. But like, even if you take Eminem out of that group, that is still a hell of a lineup of rappers.
Yeah, I mean,
they're not
especially
bad.
Proof.
Yeah. Proof was I really felt bad when Proof died, not just because I enjoyed Eminem at D12, but because he was the next best rapper in that group.
I've always said,
Monty, could we agree on that, Monty?
Wait, say that again.
See, Monty was over jerking.
Proof was the second best rapper in D12.
As a Proof, I said Proof was the second best rapper in D12.
Yeah, we can agree on that. We can agree on that.
Right. Okay,
by the way, I've always said one thing, and you guys can agree with this or not. If you want to try to get any publicity by Eminem, just say Proof's name in a diss. Trick might kill you, but you'll be famous.
And look, and you know what? I don't normally say this, but yeah, your death would be well deserved.
True.
Yeah.
True.
I like. Look, there's lots of people I don't like, but like I go out of my way to not disrespect the dead. Like you ever heard me talk shit about Herman Cain? Like there's a lot of people I didn't like alive that I don't talk shit about when they're dead. They're dead. Keep it moving. I got enough other shit going on in my life where I got to go around. So that's just like when I hear people, like when people talk about Shanny talking shit about the Geek Room's friend that died. I'm just like, yo, like poor taste. Like chill out with that shit.
Okay. Monty, do you have anything else to say about this movie, or should I move on to Sticks? Okay.
No, that's all I got on this one. Like it's terrible. Worst ever. It's worse than all the stuff
just
y'all
so you
already
guys
mentioned.
know, we're gonna have to argue about which one of these is worse and put them in order after this.
Okay.
So we're gonna go to Sticks.
Ooh.
Okay, can you guys see the screen
here? Yeah, I can see it.
Sticks chose disaster movie.
It's just disaster movie. Okay.
I mean, it's the most appropriate titled film. I think we can all agree of them.
It is.
So you remember all those like shitty, parody films that were out in the early 2000s? Well, this is like this is like the worst. The worst. Yeah,
this is the culmination.
Yeah, well, to put you in perspective of how bad I think it is when I was this age, like I was like I think 11 when it came out, so I would eat up any of this bullshit. Like at that age, I would love these films, and even for me when I was 11, I thought this was horrible.
I've never seen this movie. It
looks
looks
again
awful.
Considered one of the worst movies of all time. I'm starting to see a theme here.
Well, there's no story, there's no plot really.
Why is there a guy named Gary G. Thing Johnson?
I don't know.
Hannibal, you just got a text.
You don't know it was me?
Yes, I do, because I've heard your phone go off.
This film,
sorry,
this film's an
Monty just trying to be like that. That's what that is.
This film's an insult to everything. It's an it's an insult to black people. It's an insult to pregnant women.
Kim Kardashian was in this.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh yeah. She's she plays nobody in it really. She plays like a person who just stands there and goes, "Oh no, Hannah Montana got killed by an asteroid."
So she basically plays the person that.
Yeah, there's not even any jokes. It's just like references to what was popular at the time, and
I'm disappointed in you, Lionsgate.
It's dated horribly. This film, like, it's references films like. Do you remember 10,000 BC?
Yes.
Does anyone remember 10,000 BC?
Yes. Look, first off, I am a huge fan of Roland Emmerich and his movies, but understand
very inaccurate historically.
But before you judge me, okay, like the man who gave us, look, Roland Emmerich gave us Stargate, he gave us Independence Day, he gave us 2012, Day After Tomorrow, he gave us Midway. Look, Roland, I am a huge fan of Roland Emmerich, but understand this nigga makes horrible movies. Okay, he makes terrible movies.
Very historically inaccurate, but here's all the parodies if you want to look at it. They did the Simpsons movie, Cloverfield, Twister, Indiana Jones and the Kingdom of the Crystal Skull, 10,000 BC, American Gladiators,
Oh, you do know what the joke is for the Indiana Jones? It's a black midget plays Indiana Jones. That's the joke.
Oh,
wait, which one is it? Tony Cox? Is it the nigga
that always got the
Tony Cox? Oh yeah,
It is Tony Cox.
Awesome. So first off, when you said black midget, I was like, oh well, it's got to be Tony Cox. He's the only black midget I've ever a little person, right? Dwarf. What do we call them now? Gnomes? What's the
whatever.
What's the proper
By the way,
nomenclature?
they made fun of the Dark Knight.
Yes, so sorry, I meant black little person.
Yes. Look, he is. First off, Tony Cox is fucking awesome. All right, he's
Tony
actually
Cox,
been in movies. He's been in like dramatic movies where they didn't have him like just randomly pull out nunchucks and shit. And he's a dope ass fucking actor.
Yeah.
But because he's fucking little,
like Vern Troyer was.
Just like exactly like Vern. Well, who's Willow?
Gary Coleman.
No,
Gary Coleman is another small black man.
Yeah, but
Willow was not Gary Coleman.
Yeah, but who's Willow?
I'm not saying he is.
Willow was that guy who played in
Warwick Davis
in Harry Potter and whatnot.
Yeah, Warwick Davis. Yeah.
Yes, just like Warwick Davis. It's like and just like Peter Dinklage. Like, I think they need to start casting little people in regular roles, and let's not even acknowledge their height. Let's just you're in the movie and just keep it moving. It's just a movie, right?
Yeah.
But it's like, but with him, all too often, it's like he got to play. He's got to pull out these nunchucks and start doing the shit. And I appreciate that he can do the bit because he definitely sells it. Tony Cox is a dope act. Like, he's not just a dope actor.
Oh my God,
he's a dope actor that's also a little person, and he's black.
He played the Black Leprechaun in Leprechaun 2.
Yeah. Anything that requires he's so good as a black little person, they don't even hire no other black little people. I don't even know a second black little person.
Gary Coleman.
No, not Gary. He's not little. He was something. What I don't know what you call. What
I think it's progeria.
Is that what he had?
I think so.
He had progeria.
I think it is. Am I right? Am I wrong? I don't know. I don't know for sure. That's what I think.
He was still small.
Oh yeah, when did Amy Winehouse die?
2009.
2009. Yeah, this came out the year before Amy Winehouse died, and they portrayed her as a beast in 10,000 BC with like walrus teeth. So that's another insult to. That's another person that insults. It's just an assault on the senses, and it's an assault to.
By the way, Gary Coleman was 4'8". I just want to point that out.
And yeah, if you go online, go at your own peril. But there's these like Alvin and the Chipmunk puppets.
You sent that to me.
Yeah, they're the most horrifying thing you'll ever see in a film. The joke with them is they eat testicles.
Pen, what do you?
What?
Pen, what do you want me to do with this?
There's the picture. There he is.
Why? Why is that a thing?
That's in the movie.
What movie is this?
Movie 43.
Yes.
Okay, thank you, Comfort Doll. Comfort Doll says Gary Coleman had a kidney issue that stunted his growth, not dwarfism.
There you go. All right.
Also, Comfort Doll said she had a crush on Peter Dinklage, who has done some roles that were not written for dwarf. Yes, he has, and also that's very interesting to know, Comfort Doll. All right. I'm always curious about people's random celebrity crushes.
Yeah.
No, wait, was that pre-Game of Thrones or post-Game of Thrones, Comfort Doll? I think that plays a big factor.
What's Monty's crush? That's my question.
Yeah, Monty, who's your celebrity crush?
Is it Emily Blunt?
No, not at all. Not at all. Not at all. I don't know.
How about when you were younger? Did you have any who did young Monty have a celebrity crush?
Shit.
Now that all these women have celebrity crushes on you, maybe you can tell them who you got celebrity crushes on.
I don't
Tish, I hope
know.
You're still in the chat.
Did you have a crush on Margaret Thatcher?
No, not at all.
That's a very handsome woman there, Margaret Thatcher.
She did give us soft serve ice cream. She invented that. So
people literally have shat on her grave. I'm not even joking.
Wow.
And Comfort Doll said it was pre-Game of Thrones.
Okay.
All right.
I remember an Alf. He was an elf, and he choked out Will Ferrell.
Yes, he did. Yes, he did.
Yep,
Peter Dinklage was like he was like, yeah, make one more elf joke, I'm gonna fuck you up.
Yep.
And then he did.
Yeah. Yep.
Oh god.
So what about Winnie Cooper, Monty?
Winnie Cooper.
Yes.
Well, I mean, let's take Monty's age into consideration. He's 72 years old. So, we have to was Betty White your crush?
Shirley Temple, maybe.
No.
Shirley Temple.
I don't know. Probably. At one point, Jennifer Connelly, after Career Opportunities came out, it was all about the horse scene.
Okay.
If you haven't seen it, that sounds weird.
Middle-aged Monty's just watching that movie.
Yes.
What?
Jennifer Connelly. Okay. Yeah.
You heard what I said. Ken, what about you being Norwegian?
Being Norwegian. So I can just randomly say names and y'all won't know shit. But I remember growing up, Jessica Alba, like Dark Angel.
Okay.
Was that the show?
Yeah.
Was that the show? Yeah.
Yeah.
That shit. And
Mine was actually Sarah Michelle Gellar from Buffy.
Really?
Yeah.
Really?
Had more than
Six. What about you?
I don't know. Chris Pratt.
Oh, you just like hold out and just went for like a celebrity. Like he's currently everybody's celebrity crush. You can't be like, oh, I used to have a crush on
I didn't really have a crush as a kid because I didn't really know I was gay until later on.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
When did you
Hannibal
know?
just offended
when did you know? Most of the gay people I know said they knew instantly. When did you know?
When I was like 13, 14, I had an inkling, then I sort of definitely knew when I was 16.
Oh man, if you'd have been in New Orleans, you'd have knew that shit immediately. You'd be like, oh, I like the boys.
Oh yes. Especially like down in Bourbon Street with all the gay bars. Oh god, yes.
Look, New Orleans,
and they're awesome to hang out with, even if you're not gay.
Yeah, New Orleans is we were super open to that. Like, I didn't know that the rest of America had a problem with gay people until like I would see it on TV, and I was like, "What's the problem?" It's like, "Oh, this gay guy, blah blah." I said, "No, but what's the problem?" I didn't know it was a thing because in New Orleans it's not a fucking thing.
Yeah,
I hate to bring this up, but Catholicism, gay people, priests, you know. By the way, Asheville is actually the gayest city now in percentage-wise. Hannibal, I didn't know if you knew that or not, but Asheville, North Carolina is now overtaking San Francisco.
Really? I would have thought Austin, Texas had everybody beat. But,
Isn't Pope Francis like non-binary now?
He is? Holy shit.
Yeah.
No, I'm not Catholic.
Look, the nigga wants to keep his options open. I ain't mad at him. Okay?
I swear,
it's not like it matters. He took a vow of silence anyway.
Hold on.
Speaking of Catholicism,
guys, hold on.
He went away.
Yeah, wait a minute. Somebody's getting a fucking tongue lashing. 1 second.
Hey,
you show up an hour late.
I messaged.
Don't you get out of this stream, motherfucker? You got to answer. You are an hour late.
I can give my answer, and it's such a white answer too. I passed out because I was too warm and just woke up.
Wait, you passed out because you were too warm?
Yeah, I basically right. So I just eaten. My parents had both just gotten home. I was playing Assassin's Creed Valhalla, and I lay down for 2 seconds, and next thing you know, 4 hours had passed.
Damn.
That's true, Comfort, though. Atlanta is pretty gay, also.
I thought you were just making dinner and it got too hot in the kitchen and you passed out.
No, also, did we just lose Hannibal?
He'll be back in a minute.
Yeah.
Yeah, he'll be back.
It got too hot for him.
I couldn't.
I guess we're gonna have to do Irish movie now.
Oh, don't worry, mine won't take too long. I'm pretty sure.
Unless Six is back. Unless Six.
I'll just I'll just conclude on it. Sum it up. It's just a horrible mess. There's no plot. It's just a bunch of bad jokes and references.
Irish.
What was your movie, may I ask?
A disaster movie.
Oh God!
I called you 3 times, motherfucker.
Yeah, I know. I literally I woke up and I saw like notification.
Get your ass in here! Get your ass in here!
And it was literally just like it was like 21 because it's currently 20 minutes past 11 for me at night in Ireland, and it was like so that explains why I was asleep basically. But
I'm an hour later than you.
It was messages from you and messages from Penn, and I was like, "Oh, for fuck's sake!" Curse my body. My brain automatically went. There's no way I can leave what I need to say about this movie unsaid. I have to say it.
Not gonna happen.
There's no way after the great shit show last night. I cannot hang out with Hannibal Monty for at least a little bit.
There you go.
That's awesome.
So,
awesome.
All right, so fuck you, Irish. We're gonna do your movie now.
Okay, my movie.
You guys see it.
My movie.
Hold on.
Is potentially the.
Oh shit! Hold on.
It's coming.
There we go.
Okay. My movie is potentially the worst.
Shit. This thing made $320 million at the box office.
It did, yes. My movie is potentially the worst adaptation of a TV show into a movie ever. Worse than Dragon Ball. Worse than anything, really. It is The Last Airbender by M. Night Shyamalan.
Yeah, that movie's terrible.
Damn. Okay. I haven't seen it.
Fair contender.
It is, to say a horror to behold is, fair. I grew up watching the TV show Avatar, The Legend of Aang. It is considered by many and is rated by IMDb to be the greatest cartoon in terms of quality of all time. Because it's not a kid's show. When you rewatch it, you're like, oh shit, this wasn't a kid's show. This was a show made for kids, but also adults, because holy shit, the political themes behind it are. I'll give you a brief summary for those who haven't seen it. So, the Avatar is a person. Because in this world, you have 4 countries. I say 4 countries, but they're more like 4 nations. You have the Earth Kingdom, the Air Nomads, the Water Tribes, which are northern and southern, but at the poles of the Earth in this world, and you also have the Fire Nation, who are essentially Imperial Japan. Because all of the nations are based off Asian cultures. So, like, the Earth Kingdom is basically kind of like the dynasty era China's, but like you think ancient China, that's what the Earth Kingdom is based out of. A lot of very kind of traditional looking Chinese clothes. Even the fighting styles are all based on actual martial arts. The Air Nomads, they have 4 temples across the world. So you've got one at the top of the Earth Kingdom, one at the bottom of the Earth Kingdom, one on the east, one in the west, and they are based on.
I'm just now getting your messages, by the way.
Oh,
fuck both of you. All right.
Okay, so they're based on the Shaolin monks, and which is very cool, obviously, because the Shaolin monks are, in my opinion, probably the greatest in terms of like unique cultures. Probably the greatest kind of unique culture in the world because of the way they dress and their whole commitment to spirituality and also their mastery of kung fu.
Hannibal, would you fight a Shaolin monk?
Yeah, because most of the motherfuckers is like 5'2", so yeah, I would lay.
There's the fair argument. The Fire Nation.
Understand? I'm not using no kung fu. I'm just gonna wrestle them to the ground. I'm like, all right, I'm big, you little. I'm gonna hold you down. Like, you got to be smarter with them. I got to catch them first. If I catch them, oh yeah.
The question you got to wrestle next time I see you. Let's see who wins.
Ground and pound. Why you gonna wrestle with me? Okay.
I don't know. I got handcuffs on me. Don't worry.
Right, yeah, see that, and
I'm joking. I'm gonna let you out. Relax, Irish guy.
So then you have the Fire Nation, who are based on Imperial Japan. And when I say Imperial Japan, I don't mean World War II, how we're going to take over China. Imperial Japan, I mean like old school Imperial Japan. The shogunate. It's all about their whole culture is about honor and respect, and their leader is basically a supreme leader, unquestionable. The royal family are revered as basically gods, for example. And then you have my favorite, which are the Water Tribe. The Water Tribe are there's actually three water tribes, but you only find that out like halfway through the show. So you've got the Northern Water Tribe in the North Pole, who are kind of like they're basically like a big. They're the city of the water tribes. Because it's the North Pole, fucking no one can reach them. No one can attack them.
Monty, check your DMs, by the way.
And you get this other water tribe who used to be like that, except for years, the Fire Nation have been basically raiding them and stealing all their water benders, so that they aren't a threat. And then you have the Swamp Tribe, which are literally a bunch of it's literally a bunch of Cajuns in a swamp who can control vines because of the water. That's literally what they are. It's a bunch of Cajun, like real bad, like hey dude, like a lot of real bad Cajun and redneck stereotypes just all jammed into a culture. Yes. But they're also weirdly deeply spiritual. Now the whole point of this thing is that each being from each nation
described the South. You literally just described Louisiana.
They are they're vaguely Asian looking Louisiana people. That's literally how I've described their animation in the show.
Yeah, no, that's the way.
Because none of them are actually, except for like occasional characters. So like, I suppose like I'll say Toph's dad is very clearly Nicolas Cage if he was Chinese. But like every character is either basically an Inuit. That's what the southern and northern water tribes look like. They look like Inuit, like the Inuit people. So like the
Eskimos. We can't call them.
The Batman. Don't knock it until you try it.
Yes, so they look like Eskimos, but everyone else basically just
your mortal enemies in the chat.
So basically, everyone else basically just looks like a vaguely Asian white person, essentially. That's what, because they wanted them to look at based off cultures. So the Avatar is the master of all four of the elements. So he or she is born. They're born and they can learn, unlike every other bender in the universe of this show. They can control all four elements: earth, water, fire, and air.
It does sound like Swamp Thing.
Yes, and they have this really powerful ability called the Avatar state, because being the Avatar is like a cycle. So when one Avatar dies, another one is born. But if they go into the Avatar state, they can access the combined skills and knowledge of all the past avatars. For example, there was this one crazy bitch avatar called Kyoshi, who was like 7'3",
destroyed an entire island.
Yes, she detached her entire island from the mainland of the Earth Kingdom, and she also straight up would, like, unlike the most famous avatars of the TV show, which would be Aang, she would just straight up kill a bitch. Because he's she was 7'3", she lived until she was like 230. She would just straight up, oh, you're coming at me with a knife, and I've decapitated you with an air blast. That was Kyoshi.
Okay. So Irish, do you want to go on about the movie now?
Yes, the show was sheer perfection. Then M. Night Shyamalan pulled an M. Night Shyamalan and tried to jam an entire season of it into a movie, and proceeded to ignore. He basically wouldn't take help from the people who created the show. So he bought the movie rights. He got the right to direct the movie, and ignored all the advice from the guys who created the show. This movie, okay. Its world building problems aside, I'll start with the biggest issue: the casting. This is the only movie which I can describe as doing both whitewashing and the opposite of whitewashing with its cast. Because it made all the people who aren't meant to be white, and it meant all the people who are supposed to look white, Indian.
Yeah. Yeah, when the movie came out, this was the big thing that I heard people complaining about. It was like they unnecessarily made people white that didn't need to be white.
So, like,
by the way, Monty, if you guys have to go in a little bit, we can speed things up a little bit.
Okay, so the
character we probably do need to dip out soon. I think Hannibal has somewhere to be, and I got to pick up the Beast.
I actually have my third and final podcast that I'm doing tonight, and I'm doing it. I'm doing it live here in Atlanta, so I'm going to drive somewhere.
So Irish, should we? Oh, okay, I was about to say, should we just go ahead and decide the order now?
I can sum up the end of mine pretty quickly.
I want to hear it. Wait, I'm curious. I got a couple questions, and I can keep it succinct. Because Monty knows that I'm not capable of doing.
You're not.
As a fan of the series, when you saw that they were making a movie, and you were like, do you think it was possible for M. Night Shyamalan or any filmmaker to take the entire Avatar series and make that into one movie? Did you think it was even possible?
I was young when the movie came out. I'd say 10 or 11, maybe 12. Came
out 2010.
Yeah, so I would have been 12. So when I saw the trailer didn't look like it was going to be the disaster that the movie ended up to be. I thought the casting was a little bit iffy, especially when I saw Katara and the fucking emo from Twilight as Sokka. I was like, you guys are whiter than me and I'm Irish. Why are you white? And then I saw that they'd cast Dev Patel as Zuko. I was like, Zuko, where's your honor? And also, why are you Indian? So you're supposed to be like vaguely Japanese, but the only character I think in the entire show who was supposed to look like was Aang. But even then, the kid who played him, no charisma black hole.
Which actually was about to be my second question. So you actually already beat me to it. I was going to ask you, what'd you think of the main character, the kid they hired to play the main character? What'd you think?
The only other movie I know him from is playing the annoying little kid in Cowboys vs. Aliens.
Who made that up? That's not a real movie.
It's real.
With Daniel Craig and oh god, and the guy and fucking Han Solo himself is in that as well.
He played. His name is Aang.
Aang.
Here we go.
Yeah, so he was in Cowboys vs. Aliens.
I've seen Cowboys vs. Aliens.
But yes, the main issue was that they didn't understand that M. Night Shyamalan didn't just not understand the world he was in, but he didn't fundamentally understand the bending. So like, there's a very famous, or should I say, infamous scene in the movie where they're like, so it's in the show, it's this prison barge made out of metal, and you learn, and it's in season 1. In season 1, there's no such thing as metal bending, which becomes a thing kind of at the end of season 2. This really powerful earthbender invents it. But they're on this metal barge and they have no access to Earth, and that's why it's important that Katara and Aang dump coal onto this barge and the Earth Kingdom prisoners free themselves. But in the show, it's just this. It's basically just a dirt area inside their village that the Fire Nation are controlling, and they won't fight back. And it takes 20 guys doing a full kung fu routine to move one rock, and then one guy vaguely kicks it towards someone. So they don't understand how bending works. Everything takes 20 moves to do like the tiniest little thing. So like for like Aang to knock a guy over, he has to in his hands 25 times, like full fucking Naruto level stuff just to knock a guy over. Whereas in the show, he just, fucking does a kung fu move in their direction. The air blasts them away as it's meant to. And the biggest problem was all the elements have their advantages. So air and earth, it's all around you. Water, you can kind of pull it out of nowhere. And fire is the only element in the show where you don't need the source, so you don't need fire to be there. Fire comes from the firebender's connection to the sun, to their chi. But in the movie, they all need fire to be there, which essentially takes away the entire frightening aspect of the Fire Nation, because all you have to do is get rid of their fire source, and they're useless.
All right, so with that being said, should we go ahead and put these in order?
Can I hear what the other films were?
Food Fight, Kirk Cameron Saving Christmas, Meet the Browns, Catwoman, and the Disaster Movie.
I presume you mean Halle Berry's Catwoman.
Yes. Well, let's see. Okay, wait. All right. Wait. Read them one more time.
I'll put it from Food Fight, The Last Airbender, Cameron
Food Fight,
Saving Christmas, Meet the Browns,
Disaster Movie,
and Catwoman. Disaster Movie and Catwoman.
See, for me, I could actually.
Do we have? Wait, is it 5 or 6? I feel like I'm missing one.
There's 6. There's 6.
Which one's Disaster Movie?
Read them out, man.
I got Food Fight, Last Airbender, Meet the Browns, Disaster Movie, Catwoman, and Kirk Cameron Saving Christmas.
Kirk Cameron Saving Christmas.
I remember back when Hannah and Jake covered Kirk Cameron Saving Christmas. I think I watched that video the other day.
Fuck that movie.
Okay,
fuck that movie. And fuck Kirk Cameron. And fuck
Comfort Doll. How was
movie's
Soul Man? Comfort Doll. How was Soul Man not on here? Because you were not in the. Because you didn't come on. That's how it's not on here. Okay, I think. Yeah, I'm just being honest here. Honestly, I think I'd put it from worst to best. Food Fight, Kirk Cameron Saving Christmas, the fucking Catwoman movie. God, fucking damn it. The Disaster Movie, The Last Airbender, and Meet the Browns.
Interesting. I don't know. Monty, can you argue Catwoman being worse than Kirk Cameron Saving Christmas?
Oh, it's by far worse. By far worse. Kirk Cameron Saving Christmas is funny.
Is it?
It's fun. It's funny in ways it didn't intend to be funny.
It does have white people doing hip hop dances.
Yes, that dance scene at the end is more hilarious than anything that ever happened in the Catwoman movie.
Can I defend the shittiness of my movie? Like my movie is just a miserable nightmare from beginning to end. There's no redeeming qualities about it.
Can I point out that when I was a kid, I used to think Disaster Movie was the funniest shit ever.
I'll make my case.
It wasn't
10
good.
years.
It wasn't good.
Yeah, but it was funny. I mean, I'll make my case. Fuck it. My movie took 10 years to be released, whilst over $60 million, and was probably a front for Charlie Sheen's cocaine operation.
I presumed it was where he got the AIDS.
Yeah, but
that's probably also
from Mr. Clean.
All right.
See, for me, it would go. Okay, so give me the list again, there, Nightmare.
The Last Airbender, Food Fight, Kirk Cameron Saving Christmas, Meet the Browns, Disaster Movie, and Catwoman.
See, for me, if you switch Catwoman and Disaster Movie around in that list, that's actually my direct order.
From best to worst or worst to best?
From worst to best, because I think Catwoman's awful, but I don't think it's Last Airbender awful. Like, it's not oh no, we murdered your childhood and cast Dev Patel to make you watch.
I mean, it murdered Monty's childhood
because they heard that the Slumdog Millionaire was in it, and then they had a look of horror in their face the entire time.
You might have some bias there, Neville.
They ruined Uncle Iroh.
I mean, to be fair, Catwoman probably ruined Monty's childhood.
It's not about childhood with Catwoman. It's just a bad movie.
I mean, well, you used to watch the old Batman Adam West TV show growing up, So
yeah, but I separate all that shit. Like, Some of my favorite movies don't get my favorite characters right. I just look for a good movie. Catwoman is not a good movie. Like once you take that out, once you take the emotion out, you can actually judge the movie.
Doesn't she eat cat food in it?
She does. It's terrible. It's a terrible idea for a character.
There's a dance scene that happens at a basketball court. Okay, why are they dancing while playing basketball? Catwoman.
Why are white people dancing to hip hop in my movie? Who knows?
Yeah,
God works in mysterious ways.
Why was everyone singing Michael Jackson in Disaster Movie? Everyone. They were all. There was literally a song at the end of Disaster Movie where it was the main character's. The main character who's white, his dad, who was a black little person, singing about. He started a song about how everyone you just seen in the movie was banging each other, including Michael Jackson banging Alvin and the Chipmunks.
You know what?
I want to see Tony Cox sing about that now.
Yeah, look. Say what you will. Tony Cox has got range. Okay, that I give credit where credit is due. That sounds mildly enjoyable, unlike some of these other movies. I'm trying to put them in order, as I've never seen.
No. Irish is overselling it. It's horrible. I found it one of the most miserable films I've ever watched.
Well, that's got to be our next movie night, Sticks.
No. I'm not watching that. No,
I'll watch it.
We might need to watch all of these movies on the shit show. This might need to be a torture episode.
Oh yeah.
I'll join you. I've already done 2 of them. So.
I have a shout out film that me and Penn and Nightmare watched. Was Nightmare there? I don't remember.
No, he wasn't.
No. It was Taffy was there. Yeah, Diamond Cobra versus White Fox.
I've heard about that movie. Didn't RLM cover that?
Yeah, we watched it.
Hannibal, I'll be on that torture episode if you want to make one about it.
I mean, it's looking like this could definitely has the torture potential.
I would honestly love to be there just to see the look on Monty's face when he sees any of The Last Airbender.
Yeah.
Also, Monty, as a fan of good like animation and good character design, good character concepts, it's on Netflix. Watch the actual cartoon and then watch the movie, and then you'll understand my pain.
All right.
Nightmare. Just one more thing. We should do a follow-up to this where we do bad films, but they're so bad they're good. Yeah, so something a little less miserable, you know.
I already know what I'm calling.
You can raise the spirits during Christmas.
No, I think Pan and Sticks know what I'm calling, if that's the case.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. All right, so guys, thanks for hanging out with us. We got to end this now because, they have adult things to go do. Thanks for being with us, guys. We'll see you guys next week.
Unsubscribe.
Thank you guys for having us on.
Yes.
It's always a pleasure. We definitely have to do this again sooner than later. Thank you to everybody that tuned in. Comfort Doll, I see you hanging out with us. Who else? I know I saw Mistaken Reaper in here. I seen Rick Zilla in here. Thank you guys for hanging out with us. The Batman came to troll Penn as he does so much better than everybody.
He just loves me too much. He doesn't know a way of actually communicating it. It's fine.
I mean, Penn said I'm his biggest troll because I changed my name to Fuck Penn when I was on the road.
I mean, the Batman expresses his love for me by claiming that I'm a demon here, sucking the souls out of children. It's pretty, Shakespearean actually.
I got you. Okay, so you QAnon. Okay, got you.
Yeah,
that's what it is. That's how you stay alive long as possible. So thank you guys for having us on.
Yep. Yes, this has been fun.
Yep. Oh yeah, we're gonna stop it before Penn can deny he's a demon.
I hope I don't pass out next time. Bye.
Bye.